Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here with the weekend shift. Interesting week. Not a lot going on, but we had some things, and we're going to talk about all of it. Thank you so much for being here and dedicating some time to learning how to trade for real. This is the Strat Soldier. Let's get into it. Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here. How you guys doing? Good morning. Let me pop the chat out. I see some people already out here. I see Terry Baker. Back up, Terry. Back up. Back up into them calls and them stocks, right? Heck yeah. Let's see here. I gotta pop out the chat. Pop out. Bam. There you go. All right, and then, you always got to clear all this extra stuff off the screens. If you're ever trading and you don't know what's going on, just start taking stuff off your screens. Yes, delete the trend lines. If you have to, hide, go to the ellipsis tool, on the little toggle thing and just turn off the broadening formations just for a little bit. Maybe it's confusing you. Turn off all the indicators and just look at the naked charts. And if anybody walks in on you looking at naked charts, you better be able to explain them. Anyway, what I'm saying is, if it gets weird, just start taking stuff off your charts. Maybe you got too much stuff on there. I do the same thing. I teach you guys during Saturdays and on the Strat Camp webinars, and it gets to be too much stuff. It really does. It really does get to be too much stuff. So I have to take that stuff off. I have to start turning things off. I have to turn off my PSAR. And in the mornings, in the pre-market, what I've been doing for the people that are brand new to the Strat, I've been just posting line charts. Line charts, all right? The most basic chart in the world, all right? It only measures two things, time and price. All right, and what do we look for in the Strat? Time and price. Oh my goodness, Sand Dollar is in the house. Good morning. Thank you so much. He's helping me reach my goals already. 3 minutes into the show, Sand Dollar. What do you want to talk about? The thing is, if you hit that super chat, I have to stop what I'm doing and talk about what you want to talk about. Sand Dollar, do you have a subject you want to interrupt my intro for? He's got his coffee out. I'm going to show that in here in a minute. That's a great emoji. If you hit that super chat, the rules are you hit that sucker, I got to stop and talk about what you want to talk about. So I'm waiting on Sand Dollar. But yeah, I'll post line charts because they only, time and price. So he wants to talk about OKLO, time and price. And what do we talk about in the Strat? We talk about time and price. Always engaging, gauging participation groups. Okay, so I have to adhere to the rules. So let's do it. Let's talk about what Sand Dollar wants to talk about. He wants to talk about OKLO. And did we talk about that on the weekend shift? We did. All right, we did. Now, I think it was last week, the week before, maybe it's still on the, yep. There it is. Did we talk about that? Yes, we did. Green on the month, green on the week, and then green on them days. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Where's my sound at? Give it to me.
Perfect.
That's it. Perfect. You say it proud. Perfect. We talked about a 2-2. Let's go to the months. Let me calm down just a hair. We talked about the month. We talked about this thing already being 2-2 reversal up on the month, and we put it in our 2 up on the month watch list. Why? Because we organized our stocks by condition. All right. We organize them by condition, so when the market's to the highs, we know what to do. When the market's going to the lows, we know where to go. We know what to look for. All right. AOKLO. Still haven't done any research on this one. I don't know what it is. So I'm not going to talk too much about that. But if you were on TrendSpider, you can open up news, all right? And it'll tell you all the news. All right, somebody out here, they hiked the price target up to 45 bucks. All right, you can see all the news right here. Bloomberg News, Benzinga News right here in TrendSpider for free. And so right here, 2-2 we talked about a possible 2-2 reversal back up on the week, and that's exactly what happened. Went in force above $26.80. Ended the week at $41.82. My goodness. All right. Yes, you could have made money just buying some shares with that. Just buy a few and you would have made some money. That's dang near a $20 move right there. Come on now. Now, for the people that trade options, I'm sure you bought something that was either at the money, all right, and sometime, at least at minimum 2 weeks out for your expiration date, at a minimum. But there's people that do it closer. Those people know what they're doing, all right? If you're a brand new trader, stick to the stocks. Stick to the stocks. You could have made money with this buying common shares. Woo! Woo! Get me excited already, Sand Dollar. This was a great one for the weekend shift watch list. Man, we are already into it. All right, so on the week, this right here is a money flow indicator, money flow index. There it is right there. Money flow index. This is traditionally used for looking for overbought and oversold situations. And, you'll see the scale here, 20, 40, 60, 80. We are not using it in the strat, we are not using it for overbought and oversold conditions. We are looking to see if this reconfirms what we're seeing on the daily chart. All right, are the participants really working in this? Are they really getting in here? Why? Because the money flow index measures price and volume together. It measures price and volume together. All right, it's not just. Rob always had an issue with just volume at the bottom of your charts. Volume at the bottom of your charts is used to reconfirm the price. All right. Yes, there's buyers in here. Yes, this is a real move. All right. Because once you start talking about volume, people want, okay, now we're looking for volume capitulation. Is this a spike? Is this the end of the move? Is this the exhaustion? What is this? What are we doing here? So, but with the money flow index, it measures price and volume together. All right. So, and what we're doing is looking for this to reconfirm what we're seeing here. And that's what it's doing. We're seeing the buyers actually moving in here, and that matches the price movement here. You'll see that here again on the daily and on the daily here. Now, this is not, this is a little extra. This is a little something extra. All right. This is not the Strat Plus. This is a little something extra though. All right, TrendSpider gives us tons of tools. I was like, let's start clicking through them and start using them. Let's see what works for us. Maybe we'll find something that helps us. All right, that's what we're looking for. And this is just more evidence of participation groups. And you can see right here, 2-2 reversal back up on the day on the 17th right at $25.20. No gaps, no gaps. So easy. Bam, you're in. Put a stop, market, buy order there, and just ride it out. Someone do the math on that. Nuclear waste specialists. Sand Dollar, is that for real? Nuclear waste specialists? Oh, man. Wow. Hey, whatever. They're making money. It's making money. Like I said, I don't care if the company's making number 3 pencils or, all they do is make coffee mugs with left-handed with left-sided handles. I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. As long as it lines up with the strat and people are buying it. All right. So there you go. That's awesome. Here's your 60s working to the highs. Beautiful. And anytime this was green on the month, green on the day, green on the month, green on the week, green on the day, and green on the 60s, it was full time frame continuity to the upside. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Those are the conditions you want to trade in. All right, and Those are the conditions you want to trade in. We don't necessarily do the domino effect where we're looking for the 60 to trigger the daily, and the daily to trigger the weekly, and the weekly to trigger the... I don't have time for that. All right? Rob didn't have time for that. What we want to do is look and see what they're doing on the month. Are they really buying this? Let's see what they're doing on the week, and let's see if next week reconfirms what they're doing on the month. And that's exactly what's going on here. Oh my goodness. Brent said, yeah, it's true. Nuclear. All right, nuclear. Here it is. I feel like I'm in one of those like cutscenes in Fallout. Anybody ever fans of Fallout 4 out there? Anybody play video games? No, I'm sure none of you guys, because we're serious and we trade stocks. We're serious. We don't play video games. But yeah, wow, interesting. Back to my intro. Can I finish my intro? I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, Sando. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for everybody else just for coming in here and spending your time with me. I mean, that's amazing. So thank you so much. Thank you, Sandollar. And if you got me on the big screen at home and the little kids are running around, don't worry about it. I'm not going to say no wordy dirds. This show is a family show. It's for everybody. And for the spouse that's being forced to watch this, I'll make some jokes. It'll be fun for you too. Just give me some time. Oh man, there's Deborah going, you got this guy on again? Oh, every Saturday. Nuclear. Why do you guys add a second U to nuclear? I don't know. Because nuclear sounds weird. Nuclear. I don't know. Brent wants to know why we say extra U in nuclear. So I go... Going back to line charts, we'll look at some line charts here in a second. But going back to the idea of line charts, with line charts, it only measures price and time. And in the mornings, I try to post some of those just because it can be difficult to see what's going on with the trend. With just a simple line chart, you can see if it's moving up, if it's moving down. And on Stock Twits, on their front page, it's all just line charts. So... I got 6 minutes. It's all line charts. It's all just line charts. So you should be able to look at a chart and decide whether you want to be in it or not just looking at a line chart. You should. Now, if you see something moving off the bottom of the broadening formation or off the highs in the opposite direction, then you can flip it over to the candlesticks and see what's going on. Let's get some clarification here. So that's just another simple tool. I think we overcomplicate things sometimes. It's easy to do. It's easy to do. It's easy to get bored. It's easy to get bored with just the same old stuff. So I understand that. But if we have that feeling, we know that boredom happens, let's direct it in a positive way, okay? Let's direct it in a way that's going to help us. All right. Man, I had some other social proof. We had a great webinar on the 22nd. We had a fantastic webinar on the 22nd, and we had 6 new stratters out there, and they all are going to be out there creating winning positions, add to them, defend them with tight stops. One of them they were trading before. All right, they traded in the past, they got burned. Now they're trying to step back into it, trying to slowly get back into trading. And he's like, well, when I take signals, I get, things don't go right, and it's a big mess, and I get it. I 100% understand. And in these webinars, I 100% try it, and I do create environments where we're all in the same playing field, and we're all just trying to figure out what we need to stop doing and what we need to keep doing. And I told him, I was like, you're in a different situation now because you have the strat, and the strat is quantifiable, meaning when you take a trade, and even if it's a loss, you can go back and go, okay, what happened? Okay, it was green on the week, it was green on the month, green on the week. What happened on the daily chart? Is that I got stopped out on that? Well, how did I get stopped out? I don't understand. It was 2 up on the day. Oh, okay. That's what it is. It was a scenario 3 on the 60s. I got in, my trigger, my order went in force, and my trigger went in force. My order got filled. I'm in, but it hit the magnitude on the 60s and came right back down. And then my stop, it stopped me out because it was just like, whoop. They bought it up and sold it down, and then it did nothing the rest of the day. That's okay. I see what's going on now. And that's a different situation than going, I don't know. Maybe I should buy before the VWAP, and maybe I'll buy before the VWAP, before it bounces off the VWAP, before my MACD. I'll buy it while the MACD's curling to the lows. Oh my goodness. I'll buy it before the my 13 SMA, my 30 MSMA, before they cross. Because when they get close, then I'll buy. Now come on now. All right, this is a different situation. So when you have those wins, people say, well, you can't learn nothing from your wins. Yes, you can learn from your wins. You need to be able to look at your situation. Okay, how did I win? What did I do right? Here are the 3 things I did right. What did I not? Okay, what are the things I still kind of flubbed up on? All right. 1, it was a win. Here's a negative. It improved. It was a win, but I just YOLO'd into this thing. That's a negative. All right. You just YOLOing into a trade. That's a negative. All right. Even though it was a winning trade, because the next time you trade, you're going to be like, maybe I'll just YOLO into this one, and then you will get wrecked. All right. Here's Billy. Oh, there he is. Here's Billy right here. He knows what to get in. He knows when to get in. Billy knows when to get in. He gets in on that 2-1-2 reversal back up. He's like, put that money in there. Put it in there. Let's see here. I got 1 more minute. Let me say hi to everybody in the chat. I got Nonocrat, I got Marlon B, Sandollar, I got Ryan. As always, Ryan, thank you so much for all your support. Always, I got Terry Baker, Mr. Luciano, Luciano. Yeah, why am I acting like I can't read today? Hector, what's up? Jason, how you doing? I got Stock Market Mindset. Heck yeah. If you are new to the show or new to the Strat, put a 1 in the chat. And I got the Beach Bum out here. Heck yeah. How you doing? He's from, he found me over on Mighty Soldiers Discord. It's 100% free. I stick all my charts in there and scans from TrendSpider. I stick them in that Discord. It's 100% free. All right, get in that thing. And Marla B said, bounce. What? All right. Jimmy said, what up? Finally got the YouTube alert. Yes. Man, how do I say this? Lucy Lupe. Awesome. I'm in the Army for a reason. I can't read good. All right. I'm being silly. How you doing, Lucy? Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Now, let's go through the charts real quick. I only got about 10 minutes to do that before we go into the actionable signals for next week. Let's do it. All right, here we go. When I trade, I have all 4 time frames up just like this. The monthly, the weekly, the daily, and the 60. And that shows me what? Come on, say it.
Time frame continuity.
Time frame continuity. That's right. Time frame continuity. And I want to go through stuff for the week, but let me look at my. Oh, come on now. Come on with the clicking. Let's go through my notes. Make sure I'm following the stuff. Talked about that. We're going to talk about actionable signals and then automatic broadening formations because I forgot to do that on the last show. So. Going through the broader averages, you should have, you saw that, all right? You should have, if you want these are full ETF watch lists, all right? So if you click XLE, it's everything that's an XLE, all right? There might be some updates, and there might be some things we need to add or take out, all right? But for the most part, it's everything in XLE. Same thing with tech, All right, I have full watch lists. All right, so when everybody's talking about scanners, I'm not scanning. I mean, well, I do. I'm sorry, I am scanning. But with this watch list, all I have to do is use my finger and the down button. All right, all I'm doing is pressing the down button, and I'm going through everything in stocks. I'm going through everything in tech. All right, I'm going through everything in tech. For example, all right. You should have a setup similar to that, so you're not scrambling or you're not dependent on someone else's scanners. All right, you have to be able to go through these things manually. I think you'll learn a lot more that way anyway. So here's my broader averages. Here's my 2 up on the month list. 2 down on the month list, 2 up on the month list, weekly signals, daily signals, ETFs, and then right here, broader averages. Broader averages, all right? SPY, Dow Jones, QQQ, small cappers, and then all the main sectors that Rob used to look at. All right, here we go. SPY to the highs, still going to the highs, all right? We were looking for that 322 up, and we got it. So good.
Perfect.
It was awesome. It was awesome. 322 up.
We're going to take this baby out.
Yep, yes we are.
The 322.
The 322, all right? And now we are, it's a scenario 3 on the month. Scenario 3 on the month, and we call that an outside month, all right? Scenario 3 to the upside, all right? Beautiful, beautiful. Scenario 3 to the upside, meaning they sold them down. We all experienced that, and then they bought them right back up. Anybody still holding puts on that situation, they're getting wrecked right now. Here's your daily charts. There's a small sub-try working in this thing, all right? Now, normally I would just put a level of reclaim line right here, and that way we can see that, but also I just wanted to spot or just highlight the fact that there's a smaller Broadneck formation within the larger Broadneck formation, okay? All right, sub-try. So there you go on that, and then there's your 60s. Not a lot going on, just moving to the highs, all right? Just keep, here's your gaps. Gaps do not negate the strat. If you're in my Strat Camp webinar, you know that, all right? Rob used to have people trading the gap list immediately, all right? Why? Because when there's a gap up, that means there's buyers already in there. When it's a gap down, that means there's already sellers in there. Something has to happen, and it's going to happen when that bell rings, all right? So we will see when the markets go 24 hours. We'll see what's going on with these gaps. They're going to be gone. They'll be gone. But so enjoy it while you can. Enjoy it while you can. Gaps. There you go. Dow Jones, similar situation, pretty strong, and then very similar. I really didn't move these a lot. All right, so go watch last week's show into this week's show, and you'll see I really didn't touch the charts too much. 2 down on the month, but green, and here you go. It hits the top of the level of reclaim right here on the week. Now you don't have to mark the top and the bottom of the previous range, of that level of reclaim. But it's nice to know, hey, this stuff does work and it hits it every time.
That was legitness. Yeah, it was.
All right, bam. I'm gonna say every time. It hits it, all right? When things are moving to the highs and it's going through this previous range, let's go talk to 441.85, and that's what it did. Now we're looking for 451. That's what we're looking for. All right, so let me fix what I said. All right, when it's going through this level of reclaim, we are watching that because we know what the range is. It's not always going to hit the top or the bottom every time, so I want to clarify that. But that's what we're looking for. All right, here's your daily charts. All right, money flow index, reconfirming what we're seeing on the daily chart to the highs. To the highs, not so strong. All right, we like long red and green bars. These are little bitties. Here's one. Here's a nice one on the 21st, 23rd. Nice days, but like I said, we want those long red and green bars. QQQ back to the highs. Not doing a whole bunch. Finally starting to move on this money flow index. This money flow is starting to work in there. All right, it really was just like doing nothing. All right, for a while, but the price was continuously going up. We did get the 322 as well. That's awesome. all right? But not, you see these red days. I mean, it's just going up and then going down and going up, and here's next day going down, up and down. So you got higher lows, and but it's not really doing a whole bunch. Here's your 60s. Come on now, is that fun? No. No. On the 15th, 2-2 reversal back up on the 60s at 5.15. Yay, we're making money. The next day, oh, it's all gone. Gap up. Whoa, I missed it. Wait, I missed the gap. All right, gaps don't negate the strat. Let me watch. Oh, okay. Hammer and force right here on the 60s at right at lunchtime, 12:30. I'm in. Okay, doesn't hit my stop. I'm okay. The next day, to the highs, to the lows, takes you out, and then just kind of messes around. So not doing a whole bunch. That does happen, so be careful. That's why we use tight stops. A lot of people get frustrated with the strat because they keep getting stopped out. Getting stopped out is a part of this trading strategy. We are protecting our capital. That's our main objective. We are not going to get killed, all right? So small cappers, I'm doing this for Marlon B because he's the only one that trades small cappers. Right here, here's your level of reclaim on the month, finally getting back through here. Getting back here, beautiful. All right, this dude back here. And we're trying to get to 245. All right. Here's your level of reclaim on the week. Finally got back through this range. You see how, it came out, went back in, getting stuck in here. Now it's finally at the top. Now let's see if they want to keep it going, all right? I wouldn't necessarily call that a shooter on the week, but not doing so hot. You can see here, and then here's a little bit of divergence. No, they're both moving. All right, they're both moving in the same direction. All right, shooter on the day for next week on the daily chart for small cappers. And then here's your 60s doing nothing. Doing nothing. Sorry, Marlon B. Utilities, you got to pay that. You got to pay that light bill. You got to pay that gas bill. You have to pay for that waste management. All right, got to pay for that sewer and trash. I don't know if yours is wrapped up together, but ours is, and you got to pay for that stuff. So it's going back to the highs. All right, notice how it's staying out of this level of reclaim here, kind of drew back in here, but now it's moving back out. All right, that's what you want. You don't want to get stuck in that range. Here's your week. No actionable signal on the week. We're moving it back to the highs. We'll see what they want to do. All right, money flow, they're definitely getting in there. XRT retail. I've been working on this weird looking subtrite right here for a long time because it was just so big and it wasn't really doing much. Retail's not, but anyway, not doing a whole bunch. 2 down on the month, forming a hammer. It's not a hammer yet until that time frame closes. I see the chat moving. Okay, that's funny. Looking for that level of reclaim on Marvell. Heck yeah. Brett said he's on septic. All right. All right, give me 5 more minutes. Here's your week. XRT retail. Here's your week. 2-2 reversal back. 2-2 reversal back up. 3-2-2.
The 3-2-2.
All right, back up, and it doesn't hit magnitude, so we'll see what they want to do next week. Not a whole bunch going on. All right, retail, but it's moving. You can see the 60s. XLK with tech. Now finally, money flow is matching this. All right, that's great. It was just going sideways, doing nothing. All right, you can see that. Nothing. Which wasn't matching what was going on in the price, but now it's finally matching what's happening in the price. That's awesome. Reconfirming, all right? So you got some volume in there, people that like to look at volume. Now outside on the month and 322 back up on the week. We talked about that, and that's what it did. So that's awesome. Tech XLE, XLE. Now, this is interesting. We have all three situations here. We got some selling here. Reconfirm on the daily chart. Reconfirmed by the money flow. They are getting out. Take my profits. Get out. And here's your 60s. They're saying, get me out of this. I want my money. All right. Taking that profit. Inside week, chopping around. So now for next week, what we're looking for is this thing going to go 212 reversal? Excuse me. Is this thing going to go 212 reversal down? Man, I tell you what, I do so much talking. Oh my goodness. But anyway, inside on the week. So we have actionable signal for next week in XLE. We'll put that on the weekly watch list. And we're going to clear out anything on the weekly watch list that doesn't have continuation signals. All right. IBB, biotech, not doing a whole bunch. Kind of stuck in this level of reclaim on the week and stuck on the month too. So biotechs, you might have some interesting things in biotechs like ABBV. You could probably find some winners in there. You just got to be careful because the whole sector is not doing very good, and that's been doing that for months. Healthcare to the highs. Here's your 60s. Here's your dailies. Money flow reconfirming all of that. Very good, very good, very good. All right, but no actionable signal for next week. No, man. No actionable signal for next week. So there you go. Yep. Apparently that webinar took more out of me than I thought. We went for 4 hours on the Strat Camp webinar, and yes, yelling about the charts for a while. You know what I mean? I guess it takes a toll, and I had to acknowledge that for myself. So, 2-2 reversal back up on XLP. No actionable signal here. XLP, you know what I mean? Not much. You can see the money flow not doing so hot. All right, not doing a lot. They really don't want this. Semiconductors, SMH. It is inside and up on 3-1. It'd be 312 up on the month, and it did hit magnitude on the week. On the level of reclaim, but it is also shooter on the week, which is interesting because we have earnings coming up, a lot of tech earnings as well. So we'll see what they want to do with SMH. My goodness. So we'll put that on the weekly watch list for actionable signals. All right. And that's all the sectors here. Sorry that took just a little bit extra time there, but let's get through it. Let's get to it. Now we're going to look at what you guys want to look at. The next segment of this show is what you guys want to look at, and also actionable signals for next week. So, so like I said, if you hit this super chat, that's way too big. Come on now. Way too big. You can't move that over there. You crazy. All right. So if you right here, the super chat. If you use the super chat right here, there's big ones, there's little ones. All right. You use the super chat. I stop what I'm talking about and I talk about what you want to talk about. All right. So let's get into it. Actionable signals for next week. All right, so we're already looking at SMH and XLE. Let's go to the weekly chart, and we're going to take off anything from last week that does not have continuation signals. Palantir 322 up, That's awesome. That went great. Oh, Marlon B's in the house. Marlon B with the super chat. Thank you so much. Booyah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Marlon B. We got Oxy to the lows. All right, to the lows. Let me stop what I'm doing though. Let me stop what I'm doing for Marlon B. He wants to talk about AON. AON. What? Who is this? What's this? Akon? Remember Akon? Oh man. But anyway, all right, we got some buyers in here. All right, so it's 2 up on the month, and there is a Momo Hammer on the week. Momo Hammer on the week. What is this thing? Momo Hammer on the week. Here's your level of reclaim on the week. And we see if we want to get through all these targets and get up to 389. The magnitude for this Momo Hammer is 376. 376. Now, that is a 2-2 continue. If you get in right there when that Momo Hammer goes in force, that will be a 2-2 continuation up. Now, we don't necessarily trade 2-2 continuations. So you want to see on the daily chart if this thing goes inside or the 60s, you want a reversal back into the green. All right, you don't want to just 2-2 continuation still going. Get in. You don't want to do that. All right, you don't want to necessarily do that. But we'll put that on the watch list just because it is a Momo Hammer and that is an actionable signal. We also want to talk about Baba China. Rob used to say all the time, China, Baba to the highs. Let me see. We got a lot of crap on the chart. Let me take some of the stuff off. It's been a while. You can see how it's completely blown out. The Broadway formation that I had drawn on this. So 2 down on the month and green. 322 back up. If you want to be in that, you can. There's no actionable signal for next week. Marlon B, if you're in that, go ahead. Let's see what it's doing on the quarter. What's it doing on the quarter? 2 down on the quarter. What's it doing on the year? All right. Inside on the year. All right. Let's see what they want to do. If you're in that already, okay, you can hang in there. You can hang tight. All right. No actionable signal for next week though. And then PDD holds a special place in my heart. PDD was one of the very first stocks I made some good money with, options with. I was in Rob's live room, went through his course, and I'm going through his live. I'm on him with the live every morning, every day, every morning, all day, and PDD was it. PDD was the trade. All right, and I bought puts on that sucker, and it was awesome. All right, that was one of my very first memorable winning trades with Rob, and yes, it was options. All right, and it was about $200, and I was very proud. I was like, see, I was with my wife. I was like, see, honey, I told you this ain't gambling. This is calculated risk. All right, and we're doing this to make money. So it was awesome. I was like, I'm not doing this for fun. This is not a hobby. This is not just something I do just for S&Gs. All right, that's what I'm gonna say. This is for real. So PDD, yep, special place in my heart. Thank you, PDD. PDD though is insight on the month, and you do have I'll say Momo Hammer. It is a Momo Hammer on the week. We'll put that on the watch list because it is an actionable signal, Momo Hammer. But you definitely want to find a reversal into that. And your levels of reclaim, you could probably use that one right there. Let me see, is this one better? That one's complete right there. Let's try this one. Sorry, I'm looking around my camera. All right. So yeah, your next one's right here, and you want to get to 122, that range. So you got all these targets within that range, and of course you got this big dude right here, bam, 122. Once you clear this level of reclaim back here, here's your next one. All right, up to 139, All right, you got all these targets in that range up to 139. PDD, what? They about to get their act together? We will see. We will see. For the people that want to see the broadening formations. All right, we talked about TrendSpider does use, automatic broadening formations. It will draw it for you. Sometimes it won't see a broadening formation and it won't draw one, and it'll say at the bottom, doesn't see broadening formation, all right? So what you do is you can go to chart pattern right here, all right, candle pattern. Let's go, oh, that's for my scenario 3s, broadening. Nope, not that one. Chart pattern right here, chart pattern. And right here, so you go to chart pattern, right here at the top, chart pattern. Click these the three little dots, and then look for broadening asymmetrical. You can do broadening, these other ones, but broadening asymmetrical. That's the broadening formation that we normally use, okay? And so I turn it off. Watch my daily chart. Whoa, over here. Watch the daily chart. Turn it off. Turn it back on. See how it blinked on there? Turn it off. Come on, dang it. Turn it off. Turn it back on. All right, so it's automatically drawing that broadening formation on that daily chart. Now, it's not always going to be perfect. All right, it could be wonky. All right, but like it didn't really completely take, don't get hung up on the small details of like it really didn't get to this one and it should be drawing back to that one. Like, all right, it's automated. So it's not going to be fully perfect, all right? But it's going to get you a start, especially if you're not good at drawing broadening formations. The second way you can do it is you click this guy, Trends. Click Trends, and you can adjust the sensitivity as much as you want. But let's just say you're not good at drawing all the lines, all right? Do you use outside bars as levels of reclaim? Yes, that's what you're using them for, yes. Yes, you use the outside bars for levels of reclaim, yes. And you don't have to draw broadening formations off of every scenario 3. That's not what you do. You just draw a horizontal line on that level of reclaim, on that scenario 3, and that lets you know, hey, it's going back through broadening formation on a smaller time frame. All right, and that's from Rob's 2019 original Quant Edge course. So you see a bunch of lines here. You're like, oh gosh, what am I doing with this? So with TrendSpider is really cool. With TrendSpider, you're looking at the price and you can literally, it's kind of like spider webs. All right, this is the most accurate reason why it's called TrendSpider, because I still don't know why it's called TrendSpider. But I'm going to say it's because of this. There, Dan Erschman, take that. I just gave you a different reason why we call it TrendSpider. But anyway, I'm being silly. So you see see where it highlights all these little lines? All right, so click the ones that make sense. That looks like it's good, so double click it. All right, now you have a line. And then I can see where, I could see where I would draw a broadening formation line here, but I really don't see one. Let me see here. I'm going to keep fooling with this till I find one that's pretty accurate to what I want or what I see. I'm going to click this guy right here. All right. Now, personally, I would draw it from here and back. That's what I would do, but I don't see one that fits. All right. To what a broadening formation should look like. Now that I have those two highlighted, I will back out of that and then click this off. Bam, now you have your broadening formation. All right, now you have your broadening formation drawn. Easy, easy. Michael O'Connor, I don't see you in here today, but that's how you can do that, okay? That's how you can do that. We're going to do it one more time on the next chart. It is 11:48. Put those tickers in the chart, all right, in the chat. Marlon B used the super chat to be first. You don't have to necessarily use the super chat to have me look at your charts, all right? That's too much. I do appreciate you. Thank you, Sandollar. Thank you, Marlon B, for helping me reach my goals. But seriously, put your tickers in the chart, in the chat. Put your tickers in the chat. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. I need to start practicing before these shows. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Stay classy, San Diego. All right, question in the chat. Mr. Luciano says, okay, I got you. And once it gets to that level of reclaim, we see if we are going to trade back into that range or back down. Yes, you want to see if you're going back in. So let's just say right here with PDD, this guy down here. All right. So we just because it's getting back into this level of reclaim doesn't mean just hit the buttons. It means look for actionable signals, look for that reversal. All right. And we do have this 3-2 up. All right. And then you do have this, I guess it would be, that'd be 2-3. That's not really a reversal. On a smaller time frame, you probably could have found something that would have matched as a reversal to get back into this range. But you just need to recognize, okay, it's getting back into this range back here. And, we like that. And we want to see if it goes through. We want to trade things going back through a previous range. All right. And that's what it's doing now. Now, we want to see if it goes from 113 back through 122. That range. Once it gets through 122, we're looking for this one from 121. Let's just say 122, 122-ish, but it starts at 121. So once this one's complete, we're going to look at this one. All right, from 122 all the way up to 139. All right, so that gives your football field of where we're taking the ball. All right, we get a touchdown at 139. Touchdown at 139. All right. Now, if the sellers get the ball and they start running the ball back down below 122, you know where the price is going. All right. All right. Oh, gosh. Yes. Instead of saying rubber baby bunky bumpers, Brent says I need to start looking in the mirror going nuclear. All right. Brian Cruz said that's enough of that. Give me some chat. AI ETF. Brian Cruz said, I get it. Thank you. Give me some of this chat. What the heck is this? She says it's an AI ETF. All right. Wow. Thank you for bringing this to my attention because I did not know this was a thing. Very good, very good. This whole reversal started with a 322 back up that started at $36 back in last September. And it's still going, still good. All right, still good, and it's doing well. No actionable signal for next week. What's this thing? It's brand new to the world. So let's look at the quarterly chart. Yeah, this thing is moving. And then is this the first year? Second year? Second, 1, 2. This is the third year in existence. Okay, so be careful, BN. We could see some profit taking here, and then go to lows for a while, and then pick back up. But they want this thing, so no actionable signals on this. I'm gonna take this and put this on my macro charts though, because I like that. All right, macro charts. So thank you so much on that. Someone said Apple. Give me Apple. AAPL. They've been hating on Apple big time. AAPL. They've been hating Apple. Man, golly. 2-2 reversal back down on the week. On the month. Ugh. That's a 3-2-2.
The 3-2-2.
3-2-2 back down on the month, and it triggered at 237.14 all the way back down to 222. It hit magnitude. Let's see what it's going to do. Are they going to reverse it back up, or continue to kill it? My goodness. Here's your weeks. It went shooter in force back on December 30th at 253, and 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks to the lows. I don't need MACD to tell me this is reversing to the downside. I don't need VWAP to tell me this is going to the lows. I don't need the 30 SMA to cross the 13 SMA to show me this is going to the lows. All right, because it's going to the lows. Remember, look at
Time frame continuity.
Time frame continuity. It's red on the month, red on the week, red on the days. All right, and anytime these 60s were red as well, it was full time frame continuity to the downside.
Finish him.
All right. Oh my goodness.
Fatality.
Give me all the sound effects on Apple. No actionable signal for next week. And then here you have the money flow index letting you know. They said, get my money out. Get it out of there. All right, there's that chart pattern one more time. I turned it off, turned it back on. There it is. So even TrendSpider's like, hey man, there's a crazy broadening formation on this one. All right. Let me move back up a little bit. Someone said, Chewy, give me dog food. Chewy, CHWY, Chewy, give me dog food. Hey, it's 2 up on the month. Wow. Well, so we'll put that 2 up on the month list. 2 up on the month. Yep. All right. There's buyers in there, and then here's your money flow. It's showing. It's reconfirming the trend to the upside. They're buying Chewy. No actionable signal for next week, but dog food is doing great. Wow. What are we doing on the quarter? Okay, all right. 2 up on the quarter. What are we doing on the year? On the year, all right. Ooh. Wait. What is that? What is that? 2-2 reversal back up on the year. Chewy, I am putting that. Wow. All right. 2-2 reversal back up on the year. Dog food. All right. I need to reassess what I've been doing with dog food. Wow. All right. All right. Now, see. Okay, this is great. I love this. Thank you so much. So, notice that there's no broadening formation drawn on this. All right. Now, honestly, I could probably draw one here. All right. But there's nothing drawn on here. And right here, it says broadening formation. Broadening formation. That's, it's abbreviated. But it says not found on this chart. So if it doesn't see a broadening formation, it's just going to say, hey, based on the parameters they programmed in here, I ain't seeing one. All right. But, we can probably draw one from back here and then move draw these 2 back here. But I love that. I'm glad that popped up. All right. So, Chewy, putting that on the macro list. Wow, good find on Chewy. Dog food. Someone said VR. Yes, VR. VeriSign is hammer in force on the year. VRSN. VeriSign. But I'm going to close this. But anyway, buyers in here. Here's your weeks. Oh, my goodness. All right, 2-2 reversal back up on the day. And yes, look at that. All right, hammer, Momo hammer right there. All right, Momo hammer. Now in traditional technical analysis, they're going to say that's a hanging man. No, that's a Momo hammer all day long. So we're going to put that on the weekly watch list. Very good. I like that a lot. Now, what was I talking about on the year? Let's go look at that. Hammer in force on the year. Now, it did trigger, went down, and it re-triggered, all right? So now we're looking at 209.61, and the magnitude is 229. Some people might be saying, well, that's not a whole bunch of magnitude. Buy some shares. Hold it. All right? Now, people are going to talk about, options and leaps and things like that. Go talk to them. Have them teach you, learn it right. Make sure they don't get you in some weird negative positions. All right, we don't want that. But 2-2 reversal back up on the year. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. And Warren Buffett has been talking about working this thing. Let's see here. Man, there's a whole bunch in here. Oxy. I want to talk about Oxy real quick because we were talking about Oxy taking that shooter in force to the lows, and it did. And now look at the month, no longer red. Now look at this. What is this? Somebody put it in the chat. What is this now? What condition is this on Oxy? What condition is this now? Come on now. Put it in the chat. What condition is Oxy right now? Based on time frame continuity. Good morning, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. While you're in the chat, thank you so much. That book is great. I haven't finished it yet, but the things I've learned in that book, has done wonders, all right? Yeah, that's right, Paul. Full time frame continuity to the downside. That's what I'm talking about.
Fatality.
Yes. Full time frame continuity to the downside. Now, when the entire sector's going up and there's a shooter on the week, you're like, hold on, wait a minute. This could just be profit taking, but no, they said get my money out of Oxy. All right, and then the money flow index is reconfirming that. This is automatic auto draw an auto broadening formation. I'll probably draw it from here back, but no, this is perfect. This is in TrendSpider. Awesome stuff. And into everything that you're seeing on my screen, you can do mobile on the mobile TrendSpider app. All right, so you're not like doing a bunch of work on your computer and then now don't have access to it anymore. All right, it's not that. So NVIDIA, we got NVIDIA has a shooter on the week now. So we'll see what they want to do there. We'll leave that on there. MU shooter on the week now, stuck in this level of reclaim back here, not doing a whole bunch. Now shooter on IONQ. Someone wanted me to, this is from the my class, the webinar. Shooter on this Bitcoin ETF. I'm taking that out of there. Remove. We talked about that's for this week. Amazon 322 back up. That's what we wanted. Still good. Still good. No actionable signal for next week. So we're going to take that out of there. Yes. And then AMD. It did go in force 322 back up. You can see the money flow. There's people getting in here. They want this thing, but it's not moving the price. That's interesting. All right, that's really interesting. So we'll see what they want to do here. AMD, no actionable signal for it is a shooter. All right, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. All right, so that one's for this week. That one's for Palo Alto. Shooter on the day. Not going to keep it. Get it off of here. Oxy. Taking it off. These, if you're still in some of these trades, someone asked me, okay, so your stock ends on a reversal, and that's how it ended for the week. What do you do then? If you're still in that, you can stay in it. But if you are not, if you're not, we don't trade the 2-2 continuation. You know, we look for reversals and back into that, but we necessarily just don't jump in on the 2-2 up. All right. Let's see here. Paul starts talking about the 52 target. All right, good. Did you look at Hood? Someone said, did you look at Hood? Not yet. 3-2 up on Hood. There's definitely buyers in this thing. Very cool. I think they added the Trump meme coin. They added a bunch of other things too. So Hood's getting their act together. All right. What's it doing on the quarterly? All right, buyers on the quarter. What's it doing on the year? All right. We'll put it on the macro list. I ignored Hood for a long time, but hey, there's buyers in there. Let's see here. EA Sports. I told you we're serious traders over here. We don't play video games, all right? Remember? Nope, that's not EA Sports. That's something else. Is that a EA exclamation point? Is that a, what is that? No, it is EA Sports. What am I talking about? Why am I, TrendSpider? It started spinning. Sometimes people give me a ticker and it'll start spinning and then it'll get locked up because it's not, anyway. My goodness. Wow.
Fatality.
Wow. I don't know what happened here. Earnings maybe. Wow. This thing dropped like a rock. I'm sure it was on earnings. Let me see if there's any news on this. Any news? Let me see. Nope, that's not about EA Sports. EA sell-off may open doors for long-term rebound. I saw a sell-off due to a revenue forecast revision, but it may have been overreaction. No kidding. Operating margin may increase stock and could rise. All right, so just because there's overreaction, they're like, it's oversold, you know, just be careful, all right? Because, and wow, they wrecked this one. My goodness. EA Electronics, all right? So you see your broad information here. It took out all this, all right? Took out the highs, and it's still got a little bit more room on it, but it's messing them up. They are getting wrecked in here. Just be careful, all right? Just be careful. If you're going to take this thing back to the highs, be careful. Make sure it's actually reversing back up. Don't just jump on some stuff, all right? Just don't buy it because it's a bargain, all right? Don't do that. EA, wow. D-Dog, somebody said D-Dog. No actionable signal for next week on EA. D-D-O-G. The double D-O-G. D-Dog. Let's see here. We got some levels of reclaim that I marked here. What am I looking at? This thing way back here. Okay. And still, it's staying out of that level of reclaim right there. Now it's starting all over again. But there's buyers in here. Is that an inside? Yep, that's inside on the week. Honestly, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for the week to reconfirm what I'm seeing on the month. There's a shooter on the week, and it's inside. So I'm looking for a 2-1-2 reversal down. Why? Because the month is red, all right? And it's shooter in force on the month. So I'm looking for this to go to the downside. Weekly signals, D-Dog, D-D-O, double D-O-G. NVIDIA shooter on the week. We talked about that. Beach Bum. What's up, man? That's a cool name. I love the beach. I'm a beach bum. Marvel. MRVL. My perfect temp is 75 degrees. You know what I mean? You got your pina colada, and you're just watching the kids, and they're having a good time until one of them kicks sand in the other kid's face, and now they're screaming because they got sand in their face. Sorry, maybe that's parental trauma. I don't know. But someone's always screaming and someone's always crying. Someone's always laughing and someone's always crying. Being a parent's hard. Wait a minute. Someone's out there watching me going, we're going to send him some numbers for some therapy. What's happening? Marvel buyers on the month. My goodness. What's it doing? Is this all-time highs? No way. No way. Get out of here. It is all-time highs. All-time highs. Sometimes when you're looking at charts, I almost said it, but sometimes you're looking at charts and go, how did I miss this? Stupid. I always trade Marvel. How come I didn't get in on this? Well, you didn't get in on it because what's happening? What happened to my screen here? Maybe this is internal on my side, but everything just blinked over here. On my side, anyway, you didn't get in on this for several different reasons, all right? Number one, you didn't see it. Number two, you were trading other things. So don't beat yourself up for not seeing stuff in things. It's A-okay to not see stuff, all right? You're not a bad person. All right, but if you would have bought some shares back in 2024 at $67, you could be in some winning positions here. Now, you can't do that with options. You can't. All right, you can trade around it. You can trade, you can hold some leaps and all that stuff. But honestly, the easiest way to do something and hold something for long term is with just buying the common shares. All right, so don't beat yourself up when you're like, man, it went to the highs. I missed all of it. Nah, just you were trading something else. All right, it doesn't make you a bad person or a bad trader. Affirm, AFRM. I bought something for Christmas that I'm using Affirm to pay for. I'm like, wow, this is a thing. All right, 2-2 reversal down on the month. All right, and the magnitude is $42. And it's shooter on the week, and wow. All right, shooter on the week. And it's inside, so we're looking for this to go to the lows because we want to see if the week reconfirms what we're seeing on the month. All right, Affirm. Now, I don't know what's going on with earnings, but it is earnings season, so be careful out there, guys. Be careful with these signals. AMAT. Almost done, guys. We went over just a little bit, but I was doing a lot of chit-chatting in the beginning. AMAT, here's your auto broadening formation on the daily chart. Did it do it anywhere else? Nope. Let me see here. Did it do it anywhere else? Nope, just the daily. And that's okay. That's okay. At least it gives you something to start with. All right, and that's a really cool tool in TrendSpider. I love it. So possible 2-2 reversal back, 3-2-2 back down on AMAT.
The 3-2-2.
So we'll put that on the chart. We'll put that on the weekly watch list. All right, but the list is getting long. That's awesome. That's awesome. Lots of actionable signals for next week. It got whacked up. Dale. Aaron's like, if I have to put Dale in here one more time. All right, dude, you're getting a Dale. Dude, you're getting a Dale. Arya, 2 down on the month, Shooter on the week, and here's an example of Mr. Luciano. Here's an example of you got your level of reclaim drawn, and you're like, okay, here's our potential move to the upside, all right? So, but it's not getting back into that, all right? It got close. You know, you can use this level of reclaim right here and say, well, it got back in there, but it didn't stay in that range. All right, it's moving back down. Now, Shooter on the week. Now, if it starts going to the lows, what range can it go through? It can go through this one right here. All right, and you know, if that Shooter goes in force, more than likely going to open up inside the week. But if that Shooter goes in force, this will be complete at 108, and then you know you got one way down here. But we'll see. We'll see what they want to do with Dell. You can see what the overall broadening formation is trading sideways in the middle of all this. So not doing a whole bunch. But there is a Shooter on the week. So we'll put that on the list. Thank you so much, Aaron. Thank you for your patience. Lily. LLY. Lilly, they have all the pharmaceutical drugs. They got, and their stuff works too. It works. Okay, so I drew my broadening formation, and then TrendSpider was like, hey, there's a broadening formation here. So I'll delete mine. I'll delete my top line here, and we'll use what TrendSpider says, just because it's easier to see on the charts. But there you go. All right, insight on the week. Looking for the 3-1-2 up. And we'll blow that up because that's kind of hard to see on the screen right there. All right, we are back in this level of reclaim right here, trying to get to the top of 909. All right, if that goes in force, I might get in that. I don't know, because Lilly's drugs work. They got Ozempic. You know, I mean, they got a bunch of other drugs too that actually work. You mean, they got, if you got one ear that's smaller than the other, you know, or one ear that's bigger than the other, you can take this drug and they'll make the ears the same size. You know, if you know, you got really thin eyebrows, they got drugs that make them really thick eyebrows. You know, they got everything. That's crazy. You know how when you get a cold and only one nostril like gets clogged up, but you can breathe fine out of the other, but it's annoying. They got a drug for that. We'll put it on the list. Looking for the 3-1-2 up. That is an actionable signal. I digest. However that's being said. However you say that. He also said, give me DXCM. DXCM, and Deborah's like, that's another bad joke he told. I don't know why you encourage this guy. Let's see, broadening formation on the month. What is this? I don't know, Dexcom. It is outside month to the upside at $88, and it's fighting for its life to get up this wall of woe. All right, it's got whatever happened here, which was bad earnings or something. We'll go back and look. I'll go back and look back in time, but it's working its way back up in here. Now it could work. Remember with Sand with Paycom, it could do it. All right, and you got in at $68. That's cool because we're trying to get back to 113, and the top of the broadening formation is 142, so it could do it. Come on, Dex. Come on, Dex. No actionable signal for next week though. All right. Brent says you can buy options with high delta and act like the stock, called stock replacement plan. Okay, very good. Yes, thank you. Brent always he sends me videos like, hey man, here, watch this about options. Let's see here. Marlon B says, I like the football analogy. I prefer levels of reclaim than the broadening formation. Easy to understand for me. That's awesome. That's why I showed everybody that, and that's why I continue to talk about it. That's exactly what it's for. It's to simplify all of this. Yes, that is awesome. I don't see any more tickers in the chart, and that's going to do it for me. Yeah. Brent said you take the Eli Lilly drug to make your ears the same shape. You're gonna have elephant ears at the end of it, boy. Then the carnival people gonna come after you because they need them elephant ears for the food truck. Deborah's like, another stupid joke. Yeah. Hey, we're having fun out here, okay? That's going to do it for me for the charts. That's what I'm seeing. Let's go one more time. All right, XLE. Shoot. We didn't go through XLE. Dang it. That's what I get for chit-chatting. All right, let's look for actionable signals on XLE. We're just going to use the down button. All right. BKR. Add it to the watch list. All right, looking for inside weeks. All right, I'm not using a scanner. I'm just going down the ETF. Chevron, inside week, put it on the list. All right, Devon. Nope, skip it. EOG, inside week. All right, barely. This is what you should be doing, all right? Now, is it super exciting? No, all right? But you're going down these ETFs. Excuse me. You're going down the stocks in the ETF, and you're getting used to seeing what's in this ETF for real. All right, weekly signals. It's kind of like walking down your neighborhood. If you're running, you get your 2-mile run for the day. You're gonna see the neighborhood. You're gonna see all the stuff in the neighborhood you've never seen before because you always drive through it. You're gonna see the ugly mailbox. You're gonna see that, you're gonna see the dogs that you never seen before. You're gonna see the nice things too. Shooter on the week in KMI, even though that's not an inside week, I'm gonna put it on there anyway because it's an actionable signal. And so you're going to see more in the neighborhood because you're running, all right, through the neighborhood. You got your feet on the ground. You're slower than the car. And then the same thing with when you're walking. If you just go for a walk through your neighborhood, you're going to see so much more stuff in the neighborhood than you would if you were running because you're paying attention to what's happening around you, all right? You're seeing things, you're smelling things, you're experiencing what's happening around you a lot more than, it's all based on the speed of things, right? Your observation. So taking that same analogy, when you're using scanners, yes, you can go through all of S&P 500 within seconds, all right? But you will learn, then that's a way, that is a way. I suggest what I did in the beginning was just go through the ETFs and just go through the stocks and look in, and like I said, you'll notice those things that necessarily don't pop up on scanners. There's a shooter on the week. All right. Almost done, guys. This is it. This is inside week for Exxon. All right, so we went through that entire energy ETF in not even 2 minutes. All right, everybody says thank you so much. All right, we're getting out of here. I see. Everybody's like, thank you. We got to get out of here. Thank you so much for everything. I'm going to play the news, and I'm going to have one more special message for everybody that's interested in learning the Strat. But I want to say, before we go to the news, I want to say thank you so much for everybody that was here. Thank you so much for the super chats. And and also the biggest thing for me is thank you for your time. Seriously, thank you for your time. You put me on your laptop, on your phone, on your big screen, wherever you're at. And you watch the show, and hopefully you learn something. Hopefully you have some actionable signals for next week that you can work. All right. So we're going to go to the stocks news, and I'm going to come back for one more message. Thank you so much for everybody being in here. This is technically the end of the show, but I got some more to talk about. So thank you so much for everybody being in here. Check out thestratsoldier.com. Let's go check out the stocks news for January by Empowerment Assets.
Hey, how you guys doing? This is Cardave at Empowerment Assets. I want to break down a few things. I want to do a recap on 2024, and then we're going to get into 2025, what I'm looking forward to. Wow, what an amazing year, ladies and gentlemen. A year full of opportunities. A lot of amazing companies hit all-time highs. And to be exact, the S&P 500 hit 56 all-time highs so far in 2024. We had labor markets looking pretty good. Inflation came down a lot. It's not quite at the 2% target that the Fed set it at, but we're moving in the right direction, ladies and gentlemen. I like a lot of companies moving forward: Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Nvidia. We know these are all amazing companies, and we could throw Tesla in there as well. We could throw Chase in there as well. We can deal with United Health. We can deal with Pfizer. There's so many companies that we can actually keep our eyes on so we can continue to keep on building for the future. But leading in 2025, I'll be looking at the labor markets to see if the labor markets still stay firm. I'll be looking to see if we're going to have a lot of merger and a lot of acquisition moving into 2025. And also, I'll be looking at the GDP. I'll be keeping my eyes on that to see if we can continue to keep on growing. And inflation, we won't be quite on target to hit the 2% target in 2025, but we can get close. There's a lot of things that need to happen, but we got to keep our eyes close on that. Now, this is very important. This is the next topic: geopolitical hotspots that I'm looking at. We need to pay close attention to the China economy, Taiwan, Russia, Ukraine, and many companies in the Middle East. We need to make sure that there's stability, because if there's no stability, the financial markets is going to be in ruin. So we need to pay close attention to that. But leading in 2025, we're going to start January off right. We got a couple of Fed speakers. One, to be exact, that I always keep my eyes on is Birkin. He's going to be speaking January the 3rd, 2025. He's going to open up the year with a bang. Keep your eyes on the things that he's going to say and the things that he's going to actually look forward to seeing in 2025. The JOLTS report, that's going to be January the 7th. We got an FOMC minute meeting at January the 8th. Unemployment claims will follow the next day. Then we got core PPI. And then looking forward to the weeks that's following out that, we're going to have core CPI monthly over month. And we're going to have core CPI year over year. But now we're going to pay close attention to unemployment claims towards the end of the month, building permits, existing home sales, unemployment claim, and many other things as we continue to keep on moving in 2025. But I want you guys to lock in, study these companies, study these charts, continue to keep building yourself up so you can be a great trader, a great investor, so you can continue to keep on expanding your knowledge as we continue to keep moving forward in 2025. But I want to leave you with this. My price target on S&P 500 is 7,100 for a high. My low price target is 4,800 on the low end. We'll see if we'll be able to reach that, ladies and gentlemen. And my 2030 target on S&P 500 is 9,000 flat. Let's see if the market gonna continue to keep on pumping. Let's see if we can continue on building wealth, one trade, $1 at a time. This is your coach Cardave at Empowerment Assets LLC. Hopefully you guys use this information to put you in a position to be successful, not just now, but as you move forward in your trading and your investment journey. Enjoy.
Heck yeah, great stuff. Thank you so much, Cardave, for sending that with Empowerment Assets. Brent said, is that the same news from last week? Yes. So what Empowerment Assets does is they come up with all the news for the month, all right? And that's awesome. It's a lot easier for them and myself to process, to keep the show going. It was a lot. It was very cumbersome to keep, here's a new thing, here's a new thing, here's a new thing every week. So, and we know that not everybody pops in to watch the show live every week. So we're like, hey, just give me the news for the month. So you might see some things that already played out. You know what I mean? That's okay, because now you know what we were looking at and you can see, did it actually happen? And I love it when we're like, yes, it did. All right. So, I love that. But go check out thestratsoldier.com. That's where you're going to learn. That's where you're going to learn the strat that just like it was taught the way Rob Smith taught it to me. All right. And so you got the ebook from 0 to trading. That's going to get you started. That's going to get you can watch hundreds and hundreds of YouTube videos to include mine, and you're still going to have questions on where to start. The 0 to trading comes with a free bonus video that's going to give you a lot more than what's in the ebook, but that's going to give you a start, and it's going to get you started. All right, and then you can start talking to me about trading the strat and all these things. Go look at Combat Load. Combat Load's going to have everything. It's going to have everything that's on the website all in one bundle. All right. It's going to have the execution course, the Strat Camp webinar. It's going to have the Strat Trade checklist where I talk about trade. How to trade with time frame continuity, and we don't just take every reversal on the screen. We look for actionable signals. We ask for how much time do we have on this chart, on this trade. We look for we look for combinations. All right, there's a specific set of criteria that we go through even before we even take the trade. All right, I just said even a whole bunch of times. And we also have in that bundle, we have unlocking broadening formations. Unlocking broadening formations, you can get that all by itself if you need help drawing broadening formations. You saw me today talk about using automated broadening formation tool in TrendSpider. But if you need help just drawing broadening formations, understanding why we use broadening formations, I even have an advanced section in there where we talk about levels of reclaim. And the coolest thing about this course is that it's along with other real traders asking real questions about broadening formations. The third universal truth. Now, you could buy each one of those courses all by themselves if you just need help with, actionable signals. If you need help just with time frame continuity. If you need help just with broadening formations, that's all you need help with. That's fine. You can buy those separately. All right. But if you want the whole thing, bam, Combat Load, everything you need to do battle in these markets. And also check out my webinars and the one-on-ones. The one-on-ones are every Thursday. No, there's two Thursdays out of the month. All right, 2 Thursdays out of the month. So and then also I'll be doing my Strat Camp webinars on the same schedule. So if you didn't get in on the last one, you can get in on the next one, all right? And I do that, again, it's a comfortable environment where we talk about here's the Strat, this is what the Strat says. And if you're in a one-on-one session with me, it's about, I don't need to know how much, I don't care how big your account is. It's about what do you do, what are you good at, what are you not good at? Let's stop doing the stuff you're not good at, all right? And sometimes you just need a second pair of eyes to go, yeah, you're not good at, why do you keep trying to trade these? You're not good at that. You're good at trading 3-1-2 reversals. I was working with a guy on the webinar last week where he is very good at seeing change. That's where time frame continuity is going from green to red or from red to green, and he's very good at spotting that out. So I'm like, focus in on that. Maybe that's something that you can use to benefit your trading, all right? So we're going to go through the things you're good at and things you're not good at. I get so excited and caught up on my words. Thank you so much for everybody being here. This was fun. I'm going to get this uploaded to YouTube and then show somebody else this thing. All right. Show somebody else the Strat. That's what Rob always said. After you learn it, show someone else. So bring them back to the Strat Camp. Bring them back to thestratsoldier.com. Bring them to the YouTube channel. If you know somebody that's interested in trading, you already know what's going on, buy them the ebook From Zero to Trading. All right, get them started so they don't have so many questions. You know what I mean? I also have a new ebook coming out very soon called Hammer Time. It's coming. I got some little things to fix, but it's on its way. This is the Strat Soldier for the weekend shift. Thank you so much for being here. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.